Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audiblepodcast.com/Sorgatron Media. Over 75,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, iPhone, or MP3 player.
Hey, this is Sarah Del Rey, and you're listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Wrestling Mayhem Show.com.
It's the best day of the week. Today is the day that you have chosen to listen to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. This is DJLunchbox, putting it the fuck down for you. Let's fucking do this. Monday night, you know it must be raw. Leaders being a whore and not wearing a bra. Seen his damn belt still spin around his waist. I can ship at a rhymes on what comes out of his face. Tuesday night and it's EC Dub. Michael Q Knoxville join the club. If he's sick of the shit, scream out boo boo. This ain't EC Dub and we can tell that too. Wednesday night, ROH on DVD, the best wrestling on the planet to the nth degree. Joe Damon's delirious, Daniel City, Kid McCarthy, Homicide, the Rottweilers, and Kenta Kobashi. Thursday night, TNA on Spike. Bruce is spoken, so that means I'm puking blood tonight. Shut up and show me the damn X division and get SoCal balance in my line of vision. Friday night SmackDown, this is all life. Kicking back, watching wrestling every night. Kenny, Boogeyman, Helms, Hardy, Guerrero, London, Kendrick, and the Stealing Show. RWF Scion in the weekly features. You're a student, we are the teachers. Shout outs to Jimbo's crew and to the D's, putting it down for Vim with the greatest of ease.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Wrestling Mayhem Show 221. It's the first day in June. It's summer, baby. Everybody got their Memorial Days in.
Oh man!
And we got a packed Skype room here today. Packed. Look at that. Look at that. One more, and we got the Brady Bunch thing going on. We were doing a little bit beforehand. We got up there in the corner for the block is Mad Mike.
I am for the win, not the block.
There you go. And, of course, the Wrestle Fan also joining us. Has nothing to say. He's posing for you audio listeners. They're the more... Why are you not...
Those 15-year-old
Why?
muscles.
I can't hear you. I can't hear him. I can't hear you. He's making mouth movements, but I don't know what
Wrestle
happened.
Fan, what have you done?
What have you done?
He's emulating his mother too much.
Oh, never mind. It's muted. That's
Hey, welcome to the party, sir. Welcome to the party.
Well done.
why. The internet is so confusing.
And, of course, back again in video form on hopefully less drugs than last week is DJ Lunchbox.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
There you go.
Stroking my luxurious mustache, and I am on actually plenty of drugs this week. And that's what makes the show fun. So tell your friends, kids, go do drugs, but only the good ones, because it's bad cocaine that kills people.
Only bad cocaine. Got it.
I've learned something.
Yeah, because if you lace it with like angel dust and shit, you're gonna fucking have a heart attack. If you do good shit, fucking get shit accomplished. You get it done.
You're gonna do it. Do it
true.
right.
Friend.
This is true.
No, if you get caught, you're Jeff Hardy.
But apparently you can still
Go
work
jump
for
off
TNA.
something.
Man, speaking of which,
If you get caught, go jump off something. Great advice, Russell Fan.
there you go. There you go. Well, we have.
He's right. Right. Jail time's a bitch.
They would pass Russell Fan around like currency. Cheap currency.
Well, to keep up.
Man, you're worth half a pack of Camels.
If you have any commentary of hell, just our intro here, folks, you can go right over to WrestlingMayhemShow.com or at Twitter at Mayhem Show. Let us know what you think of what's going on the show here. Any thoughts or suggestions? Also, we have a phone number 412-206-WMS0. Call us. Call us when you're good, when you're happy, when you're sad about wrestling, when you're apparently drunk or on other menageries of drugs like DJ Lunchbox. Or if you can get to a keyboard, send it to good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Send it to
you know, and of course, wow. And of course, as usual, you can check out if you have an iPhone and you want to follow the show And if I can close all these Twitters that have been sent to me from our own account, you can check out the Wrestling Mayhem Show iPhone app, only $1.99. If you had this, you were able to listen to the interview we had that we're going to have last week, with Bobby Shields, Bobby Beverly, and Joe Dombrowski, when we were out in Philadelphia for the Ring of Honor tapings. So yeah, and you got the Gordon Soley from last week, and all the other stuff, and some cool wallpapers, including you got a wallpaper of this here t-shirt, the Should I Wrestle That shirt, that you could have had on your iPhone by now. I use it. I practice what I preach. I got the collective Wrestling Mayhem Show menagerie wallpaper going on there, so I can remember all my friends and hentai right there.
I even bought the app, and I don't have an iTouch.
There you go.
Because I support the program.
There you go. Well, I think we need to then go ahead to the fan mail, and I do not have my sounders ready.
Fan mail.
Fan mail.
Who knows?
We got your fan mail.
We got your fan mail.
That was loud.
Whoa.
There you go. We got one fan mail that I'm aware of. If anybody can tell me differently, or if anything slipped in there. The Riz has emailed us.
One fan mail.
One fan mail.
Slipping it in there, WrestleFan.
We've had 100% increase. But anyways, WMS, wow, it's been a while. Again, since I've been in the WMS mailbag, and as of right now, I have no idea what I'm going to use for this week, so I decided that I was going to give you a top 5 predictions that I will put money on. That was all capitalized. If it was legal to put money on wrestling events. Or sane.
By the way, Riz, if any of these are wrong, you are personally going to either have to donate to the show or send in videos or audio of you doing something really embarrassing. Like, say you were watching TNA.
Burn! Oh, hey. For the record, we'll get into some TNA later. Number 5!
Oh, do we have to?
Let's get a sound. 5. There. Wrestle fans on the ball. The winner of NXT will have a championship in 1 to 3 months. Side note, notice R-Truth has the U.S. title, and 2 of the 3 wrestlers who are in the finale tonight have something towards Truth, or Tongue of Truth are a combustible NXT Rookie Pro pairing. Wade Barrett is Jericho's rookie, and Jericho just lost to R-Truth. Wade may want to show Jericho he can get the job done. Now, didn't they say a title main event shot at a pay-per-view?
I think it's just, I would say it's just a title shot.
Okay, title shot.
I would be
at
surprised if it was in the main event.
And then they give him like the U.S. title, like it's like give him the women's title. I mean, what's the deal?
I also heard that they might do one of the rookies teams up with one of the pros
for the tag titles.
Spot in the tag title match.
They could go any way with that, I kind of hope they do get one more season in, so we kind of see a little bit of a mix-up on that concept. So,
there will be. They
it's
announced another season.
Excellent.
I hope it's more like what they're doing now, like where the pros are on the stage the whole time while the rookies wrestle. That's
and I think one of the interesting things, I was looking at Divadur.com, and they made the suggestion of doing
women's
a women's NXT, which they can do. Looking at the roster they have in like FCW and stuff like that, they can definitely do a women's NXT.
That'd be awesome.
Tara would be an awesome pro.
Tara?
No, Victoria. Throwing it out there.
Okay, I'll give you that. 4, Evan Bourne will be the new premier star of the WWE in the upcoming months. Months. That's plural.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, you can see him with the run with the U.S. title or something. Maybe he gets into it more with Miz. I guess he kind of had a deal with Miz already, so I don't know. Number 3, TNA has signed Reed Flair to a TNA contract. So that means Reed Flair will become champion in the near future. Side bet.
TNA.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, TNA, can you just please sign someone that doesn't have a horrible legal record?
Maybe we should go. They need to do that too. But they better go back to him having a hood. I like that old clause in the contract. No, side note.
Isn't he 16?
I think he's a little older by now. I mean, he was 12 or something What?
He was like 10 when he got his head shaved in WCW.
No, that's David. I thought it was no. You're thinking David.
David was in WCW, but Reed made an appearance when Ric Flair was feuding with Vince Russo.
I thought he did a takedown on Eric Bischoff.
Did he?
I think so.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the one that was a fetus at the time. So, side bet: David Flair will sit at home and masturbate to a WCW picture of Daphne and himself.
To be fair, he probably does that now.
Yeah, there was no difference, you know.
Tax
snatch. Ah, jinx.
Damn it.
Tax snatch.
I totally didn't even mean to do that.
That was good, WrestleFan. That was good.
Next week,
you're learning too much from us.
Number 2.
2.
Thank you.
2.
Next week, Daniel Bryan will get a match that, if he wins, will get a WWE contract against Michael Cole. Credit to Mad Mike for that one.
Technically, that wasn't my exact idea.
Well, obviously, you instigated it, so he's going to give it to you.
Because Riz is trying to steal my fucking gimmick. I told him that his gimmick can't be the same as mine because mine is twice as awesome.
Number 1. Ooh, I like where this is going. Half Pint Brawlers will beat TNA in ratings and will cause a little competition between the two shows.
Wait.
You got my email on that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But wait. Half Pint Brawlers will cause a little competition?
Oh. You Riz. You Riz. I realize I don't have a chat room up to talk to him.
I totally bet Riz didn't mean to do that, and Missy definitely just pointed it out, and he just realized, like, oh wow, I really did the little.
Oh, but he's fully taking credit for it in the chat room over here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, of course he's taking credit for it now because you said it.
Leave Riz alone. Come on. What's everybody ragging on Riz this week? Because he sent his first email in 2 months, and you're going to be ragging on him. This is why we can't have any nice fan mails.
Wait, you want nice fan mails?
Fuck you, WrestleFan.
Oh man. Well, anyways. Until next time, unless I forget again or get run off by the staff, Riz. Way to go. All right. I think that encompasses all of our fan mail. Let me check. Make sure there's nothing new in there. Nope. A lot of people joined us on Twitter.
Hooray.
How about some voicemails?
It's time to reach out and choke some.
Calls from the Mayhemers.
I've been a little loud there. Okay. Oh, God! I forgot how that button works.
All right. Every time that happens on the Mayhem show, everyone has to take a shot.
Except me.
No, even you, WrestleFan. It has to be a shot of, like, root beer or something.
You have to do a shot of Theraflu.
Children's Theraflu.
All right. Now, last week in the chat room, Sasquatch promised us that he was going to send a voicemail. Right? Remember this?
Yes.
The 400 Pop-Tarts? You remember the Pop-Tarts, Mad Mike. I know you remember the Pop-Tarts.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You were really, like, up on the Pop-Tarts last week. When I listened to it today. Nothing else, dude. You love Pop-Tarts. Who doesn't love them some strawberry Pop-Tarts? Anyways, he did send a voicemail.
Hello, Wrestling Mayhem Show. This is Sasquatch. I just got out of school. I just cleaned out the locker. We came out to a total of 341 Pop-Tarts in the packages.
What the hell?
And yes, that equals to about 690-some Pop-Tarts.
How many calories?
Originally, we had a guess of 450 Pop-Tarts, but we ate a lot of them. I know you guys are used to drunken voicemails, but I figure a Pop-Tart voicemail is needed this time.
So a sugar-induced voicemail.
Just a sugar-induced stimdig.
We are planning for a Pop-Tart party this Saturday.
That would be last Saturday.
All are invited to hear this message, so please do come. And if you come, we will see you there.
Ironically, that's a WrestleFan.
You just invited like 500 people to a party last Saturday.
Damn it, we totally should.
So what was I supposed to do? Release it? I guess.
Go to a Pop-Tart party.
Pop-Tart party. I think we should plan a Pop-Tart party regardless.
I think I should
Pop-Tart
look up
party.
Urban Dictionary for Pop-Tart party.
Go ahead and do that. Go and work on that, Mad Mike. We'll.
I think I will do that.
All right, we have some other voicemails.
Oh, big freaky.
Did you guys listen to these? Any of these?
I skimmed.
Whose phone's ringing? Whose phone's ringing?
Hold on.
It's you? Who is it? Who was it?
Get him on this show.
I don't know. I'm muting my mic.
He's looking around.
He's taking the call.
He's taking the call. All right. Anyways.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't know when my phone's gonna ring. Damn it.
We have again several. I counted about 8 voicemails from Big Freaky this week. But he came back and actually did one voicemail that summed up a lot of his thoughts and with a new story. So instead of these other 2, I'm going to give this summary of their experience going to SmackDown last week. There's a lot of talk about his girlfriend's reaction after going to WWE, TNA, and ROH. Reverse that order. That's the order they went. So here's this.
Particularly, I didn't spoil any of the show for you because I know you're not about that.
Thank you.
But
Appreciate
from
that.
SmackDown, I learned that just because you're the biggest brand in the world doesn't mean the people care. Because Bonnie even made the observation that it looked like a lot of those people just went just because it's WWE, that's what they know, it's what they do. They didn't really seem to enjoy themselves that much. And I was in...
Oh, that was one. So, I mean, I think all of us have recently been to a live event for WWE, be a TV taping, pay-per-view, and a couple of us have been to ROH and TNA, and a lot of what he was talking about, a lot of the other voicemails was talking about that his girlfriend actually does not want to go back to a WWE show. And that the Ring of Honor guys just looked like they cared. It looks like everybody in WWE was going through the motions, you know.
Does she watch the WWE product?
No, I think in every case she doesn't watch the product, except for occasionally with TNA.
But that's kind of the weird thing. Like WWE's house shows, they kind of go along with the product that's going on TV.
Okay.
Whereas TNA and ROH, they'll have like separate angles or things that go on for the house shows themselves, just because they don't have as much exposure.
But another comment as far as that was, and maybe it's because they were at a TV taping and there were the ongoing storylines, but they're doing, they're due recaps for them live usually, I would think. But
I think the main thing is, the difference between WWE and any wrestling event, whether it be TNA or an indie show or whatever, is that WWE's focused on building a television product. They're focused on building an entertainment product, and if that means going through the motions, just making sure everything gets done, that's what they have to do. It's not the same as WWE events were back in I want to say 2000. I think it ended in 2008. Since past there, they were just trying to build themselves to build a TV show. It wasn't a concern of their live audience as much as it was getting what they needed to do for television.
But it just feels like it definitely feels like, again, going to an ROH taping after a WWE one, it feels like you don't get as much. I mean, how many times you go and there's all these backstage promos and everything with a lot of stuff happening, and you don't actually see much action in ring.
Yeah, I remember one time I went to a SmackDown taping, and it was the SmackDown before WrestleMania. And it was so they taped 2 episodes in one night, and the second episode there was little backstage promo. It was just they were going through the matches, getting them done with, and that was it. So I was obviously I can see what the problem is there, where it's it's hard to follow up on what they're actually trying to do.
So interesting there. I mean, there was a lot of commentary about it's just interesting to see somebody's opinion that doesn't normally go to the wrestling shows or hasn't for a while, And so I got a lot of backstory on it. We'll figure out a way. Maybe we'll put this up later or something. Maybe. No promises. He had another commentary about West Virginia indies and an experience he had.
And I was in Eastern West Virginia this weekend. And I was curious because I've heard so many bad things about the West Virginia indie scene. And it was confirmed. I learned that it's just the state is in such a bad shape that the local stuff is it's beneath the locals who otherwise would either sit at home and watch TV or, go to the bar. So, I mean, hey, I've tried to be depressing, or I've tried to be positive for so long, it feels cathartic to give out the negative, but, man, it's true. Like, I only actually talked to one person who knew what indie wrestling was, but he said there's a very good reason for that. Like, he said the promoters, at least in Eastern West Virginia, have pretty much ruined it for themselves. Like, it was all they're doing. You just put on god-awful shows to the point where, people were paying them to just stop and leave.
So there's that. We've talked, especially him. He's had a lot of commentary about really rough indie shows. So there's a little bit from the source there on the West Virginia indies, which I haven't seen anything big coming out of West Virginia personally, as far as that goes. So on that note, I think we need to head to our first musical break here. Lunchbox, if you can introduce what it is we're listening to.
Yes, sir. Kick the show off this week with a little bit of hip-hop. We love the hip-hop here on the Wrestling Mayhem Show. And we shall provide Apollo Brown. The name of the song is Streets Won't Let Me Chill, featuring Diamond District. It's a great song, and I think you're going to enjoy it. This is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. And we play music.
Let me chill, yet me still, I'm searching for the cool in it all. As if my lining is silver and my flow cold enough, then my tongue stick to it like the winter with frost. Then I woke up, doped up on life. See, hustle is the motive, like a motive, it's song, right? Develop the mic voice, cause if it don't work, I gotta go to work and get a job with my white voice. And that ain't the right choice, so no, I can't chill. In slow motion, like no motion, a standstill. And the Zanvilles, street sweeper sweeping up street dreams, plenty sweet dreams in the landfill. You wake up nightmares, dealing with strife, yeah. My hood on the border of the rich, so it's right there. Sinners were polar, and me, I'm solar. Too fly for my surroundings to keep me grounded in flight, yeah. I try to stay cooler than cool, but free fall, let me chill. So I resort to acting a fool, cause free fall, let me chill. I ain't saying that I'm packing a tool, but free fall, let me chill. See if the grind don't work, then I'm back in my school, cause free fall, let me chill.
They're constantly around my way, niggas is wild, the reason why daily I pray. For me to not get taken off the path, all I have is my mission and my daughter, know what I'm saying? Maybe just me being judgmental, car circling 5 times and staying out the window. That sound like scheming going on, so instead of earning money, they take and trying to warn folk. That ain't a good idea for you. Think of your future and all the folks that care for you, for real. Cause you will not see them anymore if you threaten in mind you want a war, guess it's on then. I would much rather give a brother dap than to see a black man with a hole up in his back, damn. He thinking that I won't, but I will. Weapon conceal, cold steel. If I have to, I'll go for the grill. And I be trying just to mind my own, but man, it's street for, let me chill. You know, 1 minute you're here and the next you're gone. I guess it's street for, let me chill. You know, we live in them times where it's war outside, so yeah, the street for, let me chill. But you go messing with minds in this checkout time because streets for, let me chill. Street 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 for, let me chill. Streets forecast says the weather is hot. The suburbs got AC like it or not. Tripping tears and sweat at the same time. Smoking to stay high. just like a fan in the back alley. Blew away nigga problems temporarily, no connect. So I was getting hot and getting ready to pop a ring. It's not being cool, it's like having no oxygen. I can't breathe, it's so hot. Heat stroke got my nigga dead. Still can't believe that I'm not. The heat is on the streets, know I speak the facts. Cause everybody in the hood is either brown or black. Whites don't come through unless they buying your crack or hopping out the squad car trying to find my stuff. See, we know a lot, but still ain't learned enough. They murder us, still observing us, burning up. That's why the block is hot, the block is hot. You see the free fall, let me chill. I was raised wanting to watch it with the icy rocks. That's why the free fall, let me chill. God throw me ice every now and then, but it's the hood I live in, man. The free fall, let me chill. So if you see me keep it real or get the ice grill for real. You see the free fall, let me chill.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show recommends highspots.com for all of your wrestling needs. Whether you're a wrestling fan, worker, or promoter, looking for figures, DVDs, or equipment, Highspots has what you're looking for.
Hi, I'm the rock and roll outlaw of the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and when I decide I want to plug my guitar in, turn my amp up to 11, and have an impromptu rock concert for an audience of wrestling figures, I make sure to get them from highspots.com.
Click the link for Highspots on WrestlingMayhemShow.com to support the show when you want to purchase anything wrestling related. Highspots has what you're looking for.
Hey, Shamaha Gushko Vietnam, everybody asks if you are listening to the, what is this show called again?
It's a Wrestling Mayhem Show.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Use that whole soundbite. This is Devali, and you are listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Take two.
Sorg of the Wrestling Mayhem crew
Let your instincts guide you.
at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
So guys, this is Sorg. We're in Philadelphia still. It's Saturday morning before the second ROH tapings, and I'm sitting here with Bobby Beverly, Bobby Shields, and munching on some breakfast is Joe Dombrowski. How you doing?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Hola.
Of course, the two Bobbies here just coming off working the ROH show yesterday. Both of you guys saw some action. Beverly, I think I'm going to refer to you guys as last names just to make it simple. Beverly, I think this is your first ROH appearance. How was it? I mean,
it was definitely at this point in my career a highlight. It was hot. The lights are so many and so hot. But I enjoyed it. The crowd was hot, and I had Bobby Dempsey, so it made it easy.
Awesome. Now you saw action in a six-man tag.
Yes, six-man tag. It went well. I got a lot of time in there. Did some good stuff, so I'm happy with it.
And Shields, this isn't the first time that you've been up there for a taping.
Nope, pretty much been up every taping they've had, more or less. Couple missed here and there, either doing pre-show or getting some sort of TV match.
Excellent. Now you've had some TV exposure for a while. How's that been for you?
It's been pretty cool, I guess. I mean, you know, for me to be able to say, hey, tune in to this channel and see me, regardless of if it's winning or losing or anything, it's pretty cool.
Excellent. Now, both of you, I believe you're from Pittsburgh originally?
Originally, I'm from Clarion, Pennsylvania. So, I guess that's Pittsburgh region, they say.
So both of you from the Western PA, Ohio areas. So how did you guys get started with everything? How did you get into wrestling? How long have you been doing it, actually?
Beverly, you first.
All right. Well, I've been wrestling for about 2.5 years. 2 years strong. Basically, I live in Youngstown, Ohio, which is near Cleveland, near Pittsburgh. So I used to catch the original programming that was on Sportstime, Ohio, and I found out they had a wrestling school. So I ventured my way up to Cleveland a couple of days a week and just started training. And eventually that turned into what is now Pro Wrestling Ohio, so basically how it went down.
I was going to school in Rochester, New York, and there was a training school up there. I trained there and debuted about 8 years ago, and here I am today.
Excellent. Now, Joe, as I turn to you as you're drinking your milk. Sorry. Now you've been pretty involved with turn this the right way. Well, you've been pretty involved with Ring of Honor too. I've been putting over the fact that you've been working on the DVDs lately.
Yeah, that's right. I was able to finagle my way in the beginning of the year. They had, I think there were some sentiments among a lot of the fans that the commentating was perhaps in need of some improvement. Whether or not that's true is up for interpretation. But it was right place, right time, and I had some individuals point me in the direction of Ring of Honor. I'd sent some emails in the past, but the timing wasn't right. But in this case, everything worked out, and Carrie and the rest of the officials, Ring of Honor, gave me the opportunity to come to their studios near Philly and work with Dave Prazak in doing these DVDs, and it's been a learning process, an adjustment process in doing post-producing and adjusting to a whole new style. But I'm a fan of what Ring of Honor is doing right now. I think their product is at an all-time high. They're riding a lot of momentum. TV's doing well for them. So I can say nothing but good things about Ring of Honor, and I'm happy to be on board right now.
Excellent. Now, we're going to see you on HDNet in any time in the future?
I don't think that's in the cards. I think HDNet is happy with the Hog, and I couldn't slap a porpoise anywhere near as good as he could. So I think, my niche right now is doing the DVDs, and, in time, never say never, who knows, but, with me doing the DVDs and Hog doing the TV, and, of course, Kevin Kelly doing the internet pay-per-views, I think there's a good balance of talent there throughout, and it's working right now.
Excellent. I guess for all of you guys, you guys are working kind of all over, not just Ring of Honor. What's in the future for you guys? What's coming up? You guys want to talk about? Go ahead around.
For both of us, me and Shields both, with Sex Appeal, we've got Resolution coming up in August. Big show up at the Nautica Pavilion. Actually,
that's for Pro Wrestling Ohio in Cleveland.
Actually, on Monday of this upcoming, the 23rd, 24th, something like that. Wrestling for JCW. They're running a show up the Nautica with the Insane Con Posse, so that's pretty cool. And then I've got plenty of dates, with lots of promotions, Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Hopefully, come back to ROH. Just keep things rolling.
I was mainly going to say about June 6th is Pro Wrestling Ohio in Cleveland at the fair of some sort. What is that at?
The Berea Fair.
What is it? It's a fair of some sort?
It's a fair.
Is there going to be a carnival?
Yeah, it's a big carnival in Berea.
All right, well, we're going to be wrestling there.
Well, that's going to be at pwwrestling.com.
PWO Wrestling.
PWO Wrestling, yeah.
Other than that, just a bunch of different random little places. That's probably the more exciting thing is Pro Wrestling Ohio.
I can share the sentiment for Pro Wrestling Ohio.
Of course.
I enjoy it. It's good times. It's we've talked about it many times on this here fine program, and PWWrestling.com will give you the hot news, and all roads lead to the defining moment, Resolution 3, Sunday afternoon, August 1st, at the Nautica Pavilion, where you can see the likes of Hacksaw Jim Duggan in action, Raven, and many, many more. And, of course, in Pittsburgh, IWC returns to Clearfield for another cataclysmic occurrence on, I believe, July 10th, where we will see a ladder match, I believe, with Super Hentai and Sebastian, which is many, many months in the making. Be sure to check that out. And, of course, this August, Caged Fury, with a lot of cage matches, a lot of bad blood, and hopefully not Chuck Roberts in a cage match, because that would be very dangerous. But we're going to see Hentai and Shima, very personal vendetta there. Jimmy DeMarco and John McChesney in a tag match with that personal vendetta. And that should be one of the big super shows of the year for IWC. And other than that, anybody else that wants a plug, your billboard space here, just book me.
And of course, all that at pwwrestling.com, IWCwrestling.com. Both companies have plenty of DVDs of all the action, YouTube channels to check it all out.
The Yins Tube.
The Yins Tube. Actually, I think somebody has the Yins Tube, so I'm not sure if we can use that.
YouTube.
Yeah. There you go. So other than that, how's Philly treating everybody this weekend?
I love Philadelphia. My family's originally from here, so this is like a second home to me. So yeah, pretty much I love it here.
This is the third time I've been here, but the first time I got to explore Philadelphia. I got to eat my first cheesesteak last night. This might not be good for my in-ring today, but it was super exciting and one of my highlights of my life. Yeah, I was a fat kid, so yeah, I'm excited.
This is the fourth day this week I've been here. I had my voiceover session at the start of the week.
But you must point out, not the fourth day in a row.
Yeah, not the fourth day in a row. I leave, I come back, I can't stay away. This is the city of brotherly love, man. I got a lot of brotherly love in me right now. It's all about peace and love, baby.
Excellent. And one last thing. We asked the best around when I came out last month for Chikara what the best cheesesteak was, and it was settled on Tony Luke's, although there was a discussion between Geno's and Tony Luke's.
Screw that Tony Luke's garbage. It's all about Pat's or Geno's. Those are the two
Pat's
places.
or Geno's. Those are the two places that are right across from each other there. As it was like a cheesesteak alley.
It's an oasis. It comes out of nowhere in all those housing developments.
Yeah, we saw these neon lights from like 3 blocks away last night, and it was like, are we in the... I didn't know they had a casino district. I didn't know what was going on.
And they're 24 hours. If you want a cheesesteak at 4:30 a.m., you can get one. If you want one at 9 a.m., you can get one. Hell, we could go get one right now.
I would not oblige.
You get one with provolone instead of whiz.
This is true. I got the whiz.
There you go. No, I didn't get the whiz last time when I went to Tony Luke's. I'll have to explore that next time. But thank you guys. I think you guys have MySpaces and stuff for people to check you out.
BobbyShields.com. Check it out. It's awesome.
I have no website. I tried to make one. It was the worst experiment of my life.
Everybody's on YouTube.
Yes.
In some fashion.
Go to myspace.com/Joe Dombrowski. You can also look for me on the Bookface, and you can look for Bobby Beverly on the MySpace. I'll plug his stuff since he can't plug his own stuff. Story of his career. But I'd also like to give my glowing endorsement for Kellogg's Fruit Loops. They're quite delicious and convenient to travel with.
And brought you the energy for Joe Dombrowski during this interview.
You can tell I'm a charisma magnet.
You're a different man since the beginning of this.
I'd like to also point out I'm pimping the Suck My Muscles t-shirt right
now. Yes.
Available at Jimmy DeMarco is a pervert and the Prime Minister of Perversion in Pittsburgh.com org.net.biz.
And that's just gotten registered. All right, thanks you guys very much. Good luck today at the second day of tapings, and everybody check them out on HDNet, 8 o'clock Eastern Mondays. And there's a replay.
Yeah.
All right, guys, there was our interview, of course, from a balmy Saturday morning there from Philadelphia 2 Saturdays ago. With Bobby Beverly, Bobby Shields, and Joe Dombrowski. Thanks all those guys for interviewing right after we all rolled out of bed. So not the same bed. I know what you're thinking, Wrestle fan. Anyways, I was thinking this actually. I came up with this today. We should have a indie clip of the week if it's not too technically frustrating to do. So that's why I was setting up during the interview. And this was one that was explained to me with great excitement by Joe Dombrowski a few weeks ago. And I thought that Lunchbox especially would appreciate this. So here's a little clip from PWO TV.
I'm trying to be on the same page, and you can't be telling stories and fibs and politics. Wake up!
What's up, brother? Virgil, buddy, how you been? How you been? What's up, man?
This is not working as I had hoped.
We're talking about right here, we're talking about love, okay? Love is, man, you gotta love your right-hand man right here, okay? And he gotta love you. That's where the action goes at right here. You gotta believe in him, he gotta believe in you, okay? You believe in him, right? Of course. He believes in you. I believe in you, right now. You can rock it, man. You can rock it, you can take it, and you can win it all. Okay?
Whoa.
What does it mean?
Whoa. You can rock it. You can take it off.
Here we go. He's a great athlete. Go to work. Just go to work.
You know, if there's one thing that I can learn from all this from Virgil, is that we can become men with your help. And if I know one thing that rings true in life, you smell man one way, and that's VIR. GIL.
It sounds good.
And sex appeal, Hobo Joe.
It sounds good.
And Virgil.
Go get it, man. Go get it.
We're coming for those tag team championships.
You're coming for it. You're coming for it right here.
We're coming.
I'm just gonna be watching, man. I'm be watching right here. I'm be watching. I'm seeing.
When I go like
Go
this,
get it, man.
it means I want the belts.
So there you go.
It would just be like Virgil to befriend that homeless person.
Yeah, Hobo Joe and Gregory Irons are good friends with Virgil over there in PWO.
You know, I've noticed something about Virgil.
What's that?
I think he's seen Iron Man way too many times because every time I've seen Virgil, since his triumphant return to television, he's always had something on his chest, like right here. I think he was secretly kidnapped by Arabs, and there's something on his shirt.
Yeah, because he has like
shrapnel from entering his
the
black
white star on the red or something going on right now, doesn't he?
Yes.
So, anyways, that was supposed to serve as an intro to the Indie Minute. So, WrestleFan, I'll give you the floor and you let us know what's going on here. Because
Indie Minute is back, and we saw a clip there from Pro Wrestling Ohio. So let's start off with a little bit of Pro Wrestling Ohio news. The next event is coming up this weekend on June the 6th for a taping for Pro Wrestling Ohio TV. A lot of different things announced for that event already. First of all is the big 20-man number one contenders gauntlet match to determine the number one contender for the PWO title. So far, some of the names already announced for that for that gauntlet, I should say. M-Dog 20 Matt Cross, Jason Bain, Nate Matson, Ben Boone, Marion Fontaine, Sex Appeal, Gregory Allen, and Hobo Joe, the Homeless Handicap Connection, who we saw earlier. I just love saying that name
I love
so much.
it, though. I didn't know that was their name. Homeless Handicap Connection. That's almost as good as Psychosexual Panic.
I kind of want to see them versus Eugene and Zach Allen.
Oh, Jesus.
That'd be amazing.
Shima Zion, Michael Facade, Aeroform.
Oh, side note, I do believe Zach Gowen does wrestle for that Fed. Just putting that out
really?
there. I think he's been known to work with them over there. If not that group, one of the other Ohio groups. So
sweet Jesus,
putting that out.
Nick Dinsmore.
Jeez. But also signed for that event, a women's match between Morgan Rockefeller taking on Portia Perez with 3 question marks. Which is intriguing.
Portia Perez?
Wait, is that their name, the 3 question marks, or is it...
well, it's Portia Perez followed by 3 question marks, so... Morgan Rockefeller versus Portia Perez?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
And also, M-Dog 20 Matt Cross is to reveal his mystery attacker backstage. Apparently, he was attacked on a recent episode of Pro Wrestling Ohio TV. Looking to reveal that name. 6/6 on June 6th. Pro Wrestling Ohio. Go check out more information at pwowrestling.com.
That's this Sunday for you guys in the Ohio area.
This Sunday. And also, now to move in from the local stuff to one of the bigger promotions, Ring of Honor. I saw pretty interesting news that just came today, I believe. Announced for their shows on July 23rd and 24th in Collinsville and in Chicago. The Young Bucks /Generation Me for the TNA fans, will be making an appearance for the company on those 2 nights. Pretty interesting due to the fact that the Young Bucks recently had to relinquish most of their roster positions in a lot of the major companies, including ROH and Dragon Gate, after they signed with TNA Wrestling. So very interesting to what to see there. They haven't wrestled for Ring of Honor since January. Should be very interesting. So check that out, ROHWrestling.com. The names of their opponents for those 2 events will be announced in the near future. So keep checking that out at ROHWrestling.com. And now to move from Ring of Honor on to Chikara Pro Wrestling. A lot of big stuff going on in the company. This week, I believe, you can now go to smartmarkvideo.com to order their latest DVD releases, Anniversario Zen and Anniversario Elf, with some pretty interesting cover art, to say the least. I know Chikara is very known for that, for their DVD covers, and these will definitely not disappoint from what I've seen. Also for Chikara, for those in the Philadelphia area, the next big Chikara show, and definitely probably one of the biggest shows they put on, will be on Sunday, July 25th for Chikarasaurus Rex, King of Show.
I love these names.
And mainly the reason for this being one of their bigger events is that it's a co-event. Chikara stars will be going head-to-head with stars from the Dragon Gate promotion all throughout that card. So far, two very huge matches have already been announced. The BDK team of Claudio Castagnoli and Aries, the Campeones de Parejas, will be in a non-title match against, due to their involvement with these 2 wrestlers' matches at Anniversario weekend, they will be taking on the team of Eddie Kingston and Tommy Dreamer, former ECW star. So that is definitely going to be an interesting match in Philadelphia. And then we move on to the match that was announced last night on the, for those that watch the Chikara Podcast A Go-Go. Very interesting match. A 6-man tag of Chuck Taylor, Icarus, and Gran Akuma of Team Fist taking on the Dragon Gate team of Dragon Kid, Sema, and I believe I'm pronouncing this right, Masaki Mochitsuki, I believe.
You're on your own, kid.
But those are definitely 3 of Dragon Gate's biggest names going against Chikara's most dangerous trio.
And after seeing what the Japanese guys did with in the King of Trios tournament, they're in for a pretty big show. That might be worth a DVD buy right there.
Definitely, it looks like right now with those 2 matches, it looks like already a great card. That's Chikarasaurus Rex, King of Show, Sunday, July 25th in Philadelphia, PA. You can already order your tickets now at ChikaraPro.com. And also in Chikara News, for those that are big fans of their podcast, the Chikara Podcast Go-Go, you can send in, they're preparing a new segment for their podcast, a fan mail segment.
Nice.
So if you want to send in some mail about, asking questions about, the wacky promotion that is Chikara, send your email to chikarastreetteam@gmail.com. And, maybe you'll be one of the lucky ones to get their mail answered on the Chikara Podcast A Go-Go.
Excellent.
And then all that information also at ChikaraPro.com. And now to move from Chikara to one of the more
wait before you move on real quick, I have to share. Did you mention the Michigan date?
The Michigan.
The name. I love the names. We must eat Michigan's brain. Is the name of their
very dirty
Detroit area debut in Taylor, Michigan. Also, the Cleveland show that we're looking to go to, which is done in conjunction with AIW, Faded Scars and Lines. And for those that maybe go into that, if you're able to stick around that Sunday night, right after that show, I've been getting a lot of messages for this, is going to be AIW's Absolution. Will be after that. If you go look up AIW Wrestling, I think AIWrestling.com, they have, and their Facebook page, Absolute Intense Wrestling, to help you search for that. They have some deals going on for tickets for that.
I believe some matches have already been announced.
Some matches I think have been announced. Yes.
There's the big main event, the 4-way match for the vacant Absolute title. SJK, friend of the show Johnny Gargano, friend of the show Michael Facade, and Tommy Mercer, and also a pretty big match with current Ring of Honor World Champion Tyler Black returning to AIW to take on Chuck Taylor, another big star in the indie scene.
Excellent. Sorry, go ahead with what you were doing.
Oh, well, I was going to move on to now talking about a little bit more local promotion in you guys' area, IWC Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
As we mentioned, talking to Joe Dombrowski earlier in the show, 2 more matches have currently been added to IWC's next show, Clearfield Cataclysm 3, one of Sorg's favorite shows.
Yes, it is.
And it's the 3rd one already.
For no particular reason.
2 really big matches, in my opinion, have already been announced for that show. Jimmy DeMarco will make another defense of his IWC World Heavyweight Championship, and probably one of his biggest challenges to date as he goes one-on-one with the big man, John Bolin. And as well as a no DQ match after a lot of tension back from Road to Super Indy and at Super Indy at 9. In a no DQ match, it will be Logan Shulo, friend of the show, taking on another friend of the show, the whole shebang, Johnny Gargano, who, another big news I want to mention real quick, friend of the show, Johnny Gargano, as announced by both him and Gabe Sapolsky, recently signed a contract with Dragon Gate USA.
Yes, mentioned it on his very last Johnny Gargano Power Hour. Very sad to see that go.
Mm-hmm. And also, Johnny Gargano was a security on NXT.
Yes.
He's made it to the big time.
And so technically, he was on Raw when they showed that last night.
He was on SmackDown, though. He was live on SmackDown.
Was he? What was he on SmackDown?
Yes, he was. They had an incident with Matt Hardy. Security came out.
Oh, he has security for that. Oh, I didn't catch that. Okay. Cool.
So now Johnny Gargano, part-time wrestler, part-time security guard, apparently.
Hey, you got to pay the bills sometimes when you're an indie wrestler.
Oh, yeah. And then also some matches that also announced from the Clearfield show already. Big ladder match between Super Hentai and Sebastian, as well as a rematch from Super Indy 9 for the IWC Tag Team titles of the former champions Irish Airborne taking on the current champs Flippin' Ain't Easy of Jason Gorey and Michael Facade.
Flippin' Ain't Easy. I love that.
And that's Saturday, July 10th at the Clearfield County Fairgrounds.
It's a drive.
Pennsylvania.
It's a drive. But if you're out there, I understand one of the world's biggest burgers is at one of the joints out there. Sasquatch had some pictures eating it, and I hope to swing by that this time. I got one more thing. I don't know if it was on your radar, but I've been trying to make it out to an FNW show. It's out by a buddies of mine. They have 2 shows coming up at the end of this month. I'd real quick, we'll talk more about it as it gets closer to the date. Sterling James Keenan, friend of the show, will be talking to, I'm sure he'll be talking to him too. Will be taking on Butterbean right here in the Pittsburgh area.
Butterbean.
Wow.
We have to get Butterbean on the show.
Yes.
Oh, Butterbean.
So we need to get Butterbean on the show and knock Doc Remedy out with one punch.
The Brawl for All champion himself. Wait, he was the he was the guy that won, right?
No, well, Bart
Gun won, and then he beat him at.
His prize was to get knocked out by Butterbean at WrestleMania. I remember this now.
And then subsequently get fired.
And they're also having their first show at Conneaut Lake Park that same weekend. FNWWrestling.net for more information. So, yeah.
Yes, Riz has a great idea. Should I wrestle that? Butterbean.
Oh, Jesus.
But if you go up to Conneaut Lake Park, make sure not to go down the road to Pymatooning Lake Park because the fish all just died there. Go at Google, go ahead and look up Pymatooning Lake fish kill, and you'll see pictures. It says something like 5,000 fish are belly up in the middle of the lake over the weekend. So,
Sorg, what did you do to that lake?
I didn't do anything. On that note, LB.
Yes, sir.
I think it's time for another musical break. I'll be right back with our roundtable for the rest of the news and everything from the world of wrestling. So what are we listening to here?
Well, I thought since we had a little hip-hop, it's time for a little electro nonsense with the aptly named band name of Bleep Bleep Bleep. No, I'm sorry, Blip Blip bleep, my mistake. The name of the song is OK Lover off of Alarm Clock, Snooze Bar, Get Up, the EP from Undercover Culture Music, OK Lover, Wrestling Mayhem Show.
You guys
Enjoy.
find the best names ever.
We've got Bob Dylan on the stereo, singing songs and we sing along. You're playing DJ in your underwear, and I can't help but stare. You finish off the six-pack, now you can barely keep track. You are an okay lover. You are an okay lover. Yeah. You are an okay lover. You are an okay lover. Yeah. Smoke whispers from an ashtray into silence. Let me party and we dance. It's one night only, but I think it will stretch into morning. With your hands inside my hands, you finish off the six-pack. Now you can barely keep track. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You are an okay lover. You are an okay lover. Yeah. You are an okay lover. You are an okay lover. Yeah.
Amigos, you're listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. And in case you forgot, my name is Armando Alejandro, just don't show me, Estrada.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the one, the only.
It's the men of the Wrestling Mayhem Show at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Electro nonsense.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Wrestling Mayhem Show 221.
220.
I'm Sorgatron. We got the whole crew here still. our connection's been awesome tonight. Don't
jinx it,
we
bang it, bang it, bang it.
Knock on wood.
Good time to mention, if you weren't joining us live, you can join us live now at 7 o'clock, where we start other podcasts. We're cheating on this podcast. You can check out awesomecast.com or the newly revamped and continuing to be revamped Sorgatron.com, Sorgatronmedia.com, I'm sorry. Both will get you someplace. Where you will see updates for all the shows we're doing on here, including this very one right here, as well as the Music Fun Time show and the new Awesome Cast. Uncle Crappy joined us earlier tonight, and it's a fun show. It's going to be more tech, a little bit about your Facebooks and your iPods and all that kind of stuff. A little more techie for you guys out there. So go check that out, buddy. In the meantime, I do want to mention our sponsor for this show, Audible.com. You can get a free audiobook and a 14-day trial at audiblepodcast.com/Sorgatron Media. Cancel at any time, no risk to you. I did it myself and got a book.
You canceled?
At
no risk to you?
No risk to me. I got a free book, and I'm loving the Audible. But my pick for the night, unless anybody else has anything, I got one all lined up. What the hell? Sorry, Twitter distracts. My pick for tonight is Seth Godin's Lynchpin that I finished a couple of weeks ago. A really good book about the lizard brain and kind of creating more out of your position in life, and kind of asking why you're where you're at. And the things, the evolution nature of why we don't decide to do things. Like for instance, I'm looking to get on a plane by the end of this summer, and it's taken 29 years to get up the balls to do it.
Where are you going, Sorg?
I'm not at liberty to say yet because it's not confirmed. But
We're going far, far away.
Yes.
I thought you were coming here.
We're working on it. Well, that's just the mega bus away. I'm afraid of the bus for a different reason, Mad Mike. Different reason. From that last
Sorg,
Greyhound trip.
Nothing that would happen to you on the bus wouldn't happen to you, I don't know, just hanging around with Jimmy DeMarco.
He's not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Man, that's what Seth Godin's book that I got free from Audible.com had taught me. In some fashion. So go check that out. Please go there, support the show. No risk to you. And audiobooks are cool. You're listening to this. This is like an audiobook. The John Hodgman book is a lot like this.
Live.
But with music that's played live. So.
And the horse whisperer.
On that note, let's get right into the news, guys.
Horse whisperer.
No, that's not the news. You're on the
No, that's not the news at all.
No, you're on the wrong show notes again, Lunchbox.
I'm on the horse show notes.
Wait, we have show notes?
I didn't even know there was a horse show.
We have many shows we're trying to build here on this network. And
coming soon, a donkey show.
There's lots of them. We're taking suggestions. We're
Kinky Kelly and the Waffle Van.
There you go. That could be. We need to find a Kinky Kelly now. So
Kelly could be a guy's name too. I saw Clerks 2 this weekend.
Wow.
All right, on that note, so first news I got, TNA wrestler Matt Morgan will appear on a Fox television show.
Which one?
It was The Good Guys. Just filmed. It's a simple cameo.
I don't even think that's debuted yet.
No? Oh, is it for this fall, I guess?
I believe
think that's real.
Show.
Okay. Yeah, apparently Dixie Carter pulled for him to get into the role. So...
Get it? Pulled?
Oh, he's
like a
talking
wang.
about hand jobs.
And I hope everybody's warming. I hope everybody's everybody's warming up their Netflix because Stone Cold's new amazing movie comes out today on DVD. Straight to DVD. It's The Stranger, and not the one that DJ Lunchbox is thinking about.
Not the one with
Oh.
Yeah.
Although that one you might get more use out of.
I don't know what kind of movies he's going for, but this is getting kind of weird.
Pro tip: coat your hand first.
What?
Well, it's hard to, stick your hand in a jar of jam when it's all,
And another lesson for WrestleFan.
Wrestling.
Woo! Yeah.
Hey, you brought up Stranger, sir.
Stranger is it's Stone Cold's movie, It's
Stranger. That's
exactly
a completely different version of the Stranger than I've heard of.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
let's see. Okay, here's cue the movie guy voice. They took his job, his family, and his memory. Now one man is taking it all back, one body at a time. This is all caps, by the way.
Hold on, Sorg, send me this. I'll do it in the movie guy voice.
It's on the Delicious if you would ever read
hold
that,
on.
sir.
Let me get to Delicious then. I'll do it in the movie guy voice.
What's he doing to Jimmy?
You have a movie guy voice? Really?
I have a movie guy voice.
I can't see where this is going to come from.
From my diaphragm, Sorg.
Oh, I got you.
Hey now.
Always prepping. The eyeballs are moving.
I am totally prepping.
You're totally prepping.
Okay.
What is this, like
Whoa.
surgery or something you're prepping
All right.
for?
All right,
I
here
am
you go.
free-coding the hand.
All right,
Okay.
all right. Here's your movie guy voice.
All right,
Here we go.
all right, I'm ready. I'm ready. You guys ready?
All right, go for it.
They took his job, his family, and his memory. Now one man is taking it all back, one body at a time.
There's more after that?
Well,
Yeah, I
that's,
know. but
that's all there was.
That's all the movie guys.
That was all the movie guy stuff there was for that. That was all that was worthwhile for it.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Pro wrestling
Well-
legend Steve Austin stars as a man with no name, no memory, and absolutely nothing left to lose.
And that is the eulogy of his movie career right there, folks.
And scene.
It looks rough. It's straight to DVD. It doesn't look as good as Damages was, or Damage, or whatever it was. I'm renting it just for my obligation to the wrestling crowd out there. This I do for you, the wrestling fans. Same reason I have Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg on my queue for the instant stream.
Oh no, it's so bad.
There's another one. It was a sequel to like a Steven Seagal and Ja Rule film where they were in jail, but they were replaced by
Exit Wounds?
Exit Wounds. Maybe that's it. It's like Exit Wounds 2 or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet Jesus.
Oh, it looks rough, man. It looks rough. It looks like not even a quarter budget of a Seagal flick.
Ja Rule say.
So, in other news, Undertaker injured again. So his status in the Fatal 4-Way looks like it's up in the air. Funny thing is,
Actually, he's being replaced by Kane. It's no longer up in the air.
oh, the replace the Taker.
You know what I would have preferred to see? Wade Barrett win NXT and take his spot.
That'd be nice. And there's like 3 weeks left. They could do that. They could definitely do it. Otunga, yeah.
Otunga.
You know, none of those people are going away unless they piss them off.
I really hope that David Otunga stays around because I really like saying his name.
Dude, there's no way he's not going to stay away. That David Otunga has better mic skills than every other guy on NXT combined.
That's true. That's true.
Every other rookie, that is.
There you go. Let's see. So he's injured again. They were talking about Mysterio was supposed to be taking some time off. That might have been questionable. But if they're getting Kane to replace him, then I would say less so now. So.
It's a less exciting match. I'll definitely say
for
that.
having Kane. What if they give it to Kane? Come on,
dude. If they give it to Kane, I will eat like this dice on air.
It's too late to give Kane. All right, we're holding to that. All right, we got 3 weeks. Everybody mark that. Everybody remember that. And
Hey, I pulled out a tooth.
He did.
So I stuck to mine. You have to stick to your dice eating ways, sir.
Yeah, you can pass a couple dice, no problem in comparison.
Hey, you know, if I eat 2 of them and roll a 7, I should get some sort of prize.
Speaking of injuries, wow.
Nobody is going to try and verify that you roll a 7, sir.
No. You're on your own there. Updates on Randy Orton, John Morrison injuries over at ProWrestling.net. Orton appears to be he's going to be ready to go in time for a Fatal 4-Way. So there's going to be a lot of small things from him on the show, like we've been seeing. John Morrison has been on television lately because he's nursing an ankle injury, as previously reported. He was injured at a live event on May 17th. He went into the May 16th house show in London, Ontario, limping. That's not wrong.
Sorry, my cat says.
Okay.
Hi.
What? Oh.
She's assaulting the microphone.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry about that.
He worked a short match that night with Vladimir Kozlov. It was noticeably limping his way backstage area. So there you go. John Morrison. It's a shame. It doesn't seem like this is the second time he's gotten injured like this year.
I think so, yeah.
So, Batista says he's going to MMA.
Oh God.
He's 40, dude.
You know who'd be the only worthy opponent for him, just because the same age and same lack of experience? Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah,
Anyone else would destroy.
Dude.
Like, I'd even wager that Kimbo Slice would destroy Batista in an MMA match.
Last I knew that his Frank Trigg was telling him not to do it because it's just too late for him, you know.
I would really like to see Tommy the Power Ranger versus Batista. That would be a great match.
You know what? I was watching some, I think it was Friday or Saturday. I was just sitting there watching some random stuff on HDNet. So I didn't really want to watch the Rampage fight that night, but I ended up watching it anyways. And they had a clip of the Green Ranger on there, and holy shit, that dude looks serious.
Was he fighting putties?
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not fighting putties for one thing. He's got like tattoos down half his body. He's ridiculous.
Did we show a picture? Sorg, I'm gonna send you a picture.
We had a picture. We had a picture before, but it didn't. It wasn't an HD.
It's a side by side comparison of
Yeah.
Tommy,
We should.
new
Well,
Tommy.
we might show that on another podcast. It's not around anymore. But yeah, I know that came up before. So, Bob. Speaking of which, also came up on that HDNet stuff. Strikeforce news: Bobby Lashley forced to pull out of his upcoming fight due to injury. It was supposed to be on June 16th in Los Angeles against Ron Sparks. So, a little stopgap there. He's been in Strikeforce before, right? Like, he's fought in Strikeforce already, right?
Yeah, that's where he signed. He signed for Strikeforce.
'Cause I know he was doing some like lower end stuff, but I guess it was since TNA that he's been in Strikeforce.
Yes.
So, all right. Let's see. Cody Rhodes will be appearing on the sci-fi series Warehouse 13, as well as The Big Show will play Donald the Trashman Green, who is a 7'4", 470-pound giant from a horror film on Royal Pains.
I think the dude from Royal Pains is also guest hosting Raw, and he's Big Show's co-star in Knuckleheads.
Oh, there you go. All around. He's supposed to be Mark Feuerstein of Royal Pains will host on June 14th. This episode will air on the 17th. So, there you go. The Ghost Hunters, speaking of synergy, will be visiting the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame in a future episode. Let that sink in for a moment.
Alright, who wants to make the first joke? Someone's got to make the first joke because I don't want to be the asshole.
I don't think you're going to have to. The paranormal activity is mostly active around the displays for Bam Bam Bigelow and The Missing Link, it says. More information, sci-fi.com. And for more information about the Hall of Fame, in case you're curious, check out pwhf.org. So, yeah. So the NBC Universal using their WWE contacts, I think, a lot. Hulk Hogan underwent back surgery. Not surprising. We heard about that going into it. We mentioned Ric Flair's son Reed signed to TNA. Any further opinions on that?
It seems like that this deal with Reed getting signed to TNA is just Dixie Carter agreeing to what ROH wouldn't.
Yeah.
And that's why Ric Flair left ROH.
Yeah. And to be on real TV again, I guess. It's I don't know. It stinks. It's gonna end up a thing with him and Hogan and whatever. It was funny. I was watching TNA this week and I was like, wow, there's been no Bischoff or Hogan. Next commercial break, there's Bischoff and Hogan about a minute later.
Just wait, we're gonna see a Reed Flair Brooke Hogan power couple in TNA in 2 years.
Oh God.
Whoa.
Oh, I got really sick of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You and me both, sir.
Speaking of Hulk Hogan, he is taking on Coco Pebbles. Brother. Suing them for commercials based on his likeness. The character's name is Bulk Boulder. Hogan's lawsuit claims that the character's name is Hulk Boulder, but that's incorrect. Hulk Boulder was also the name that Hulk used early in his wrestling career before joining the WWF. The Coco Smashdown commercial has the Boulder character wrestling Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble in the ring. Bam Bam then comes in and beats up the Hogan-like character. Hulk, the federal lawsuit states, is shown humiliated and cracked into pieces with broken teeth, with the closing banner, "Little Pieces, Big Taste."
Dude, Hulk Hogan, this is Mad Mike. Please just stop. Do you realize how many problems we have in this country? You do not need to be clogging up our fucking legal system because you are so desperate for alimony cash that you're suing the fucking Flintstones and Cocoa Pebbles. Please stop. Wait, let me put it in terms you can understand. Please stop it, brother. Please stop it.
There you go. And in good news, Angelina Love and Daphne are now cleared to come back.
Yes, but we will not see them on TV for 18 weeks because TNA has already taped.
No, that's ROH you're thinking.
No, I'm thinking TNA. TNA has taped for the entire month.
No shit.
Yeah. TNA taped 4 shows in 3 days.
Wow.
Yep.
They're really trying to pull all that together. I guess it's scheduling in the long run.
No,
so is that
they're
everything?
Trying to save money because they can't do as many shows.
Is that everything up to the pay-per-view?
I believe so.
Oh, there you go. Well, that makes sense. There's only 3 weeks to the pay-per-view because they probably taped those shows right after the pay-per-view, the last pay-per-view.
And did anyone notice this Slammiversary does not have King of the Mountain?
I noticed that, and I think it's the first one in a while that... No, I think they've usually been in the Asylum.
They've all been
Not
King
the
of the
Asylum.
Mountain.
Yeah, they've all been King of Mountain up until now. I'm glad they're ditching that. They're finally listening to somebody. I'm guessing that's a kind of a Hogan Bischoff kibosh there, you know. So
yeah, like we don't want a 6-sided ring because that was original. We don't want.
We want a ramp so I can drive my cripple cart straight up to the ring.
We want a ramp because Ric Flair has a fun wheelchair spot he wanted to do.
Exactly.
To quit
Oh,
if he
you know
didn't
what? Hey, it was almost worth it for that, to be honest. So, also in reading news, and we mentioned this a little bit. There's a reason this wasn't the audible pick because this is for the Kindle. I was actually WrestleFan. I know you came up with this somewhere too, but I was actually listening to the Grizzly Bear Egg Cafe podcast. I think I got all those right. Where Quack was talking about his book is now available. His second book that he wrote is now available on the Kindle store. There's actually a rather sizable sample that I have been reading on my Kindle app on the iPhone. And I gotta say, for only $9.99, it seems like a really good purchase for wrestling fans. I guess it's a collection of stories from his wrestling career. Now there it is right there. Not that it's terribly exciting because it's just words, and it's not even that. Yeah, I definitely recommend it for anybody interested in Quack. A WrestleFan, I think this is going to be a book for you, to be honest. They say they are working on putting his original book, Headquarters, and I think he has a third book they're working on. All of these, I think, are out of print, so you're going to be really lucky to find it, but there are listings for them up on Amazon.com. If there's anybody reselling it, that might be a good place for you guys to check. So, but there you go, the Kindle one, $9.99, Kindle store. So we might post a link of that in the show notes, little affiliate link attachment as a disclaimer. WrestleFan, was there anything I know you brought this up earlier this week too. I didn't know if there's anything else you read about it.
WrestleFan is experiencing technical difficulties.
Oh, is he?
At the moment.
Hence the silence and the sad face. Sad WrestleFan.
Well, the sad face is because his mother took away his Jello for dessert.
All right, we'll see. If we can get him back in there. I don't know where my chat room went again. So, that's kind of weird.
Hello?
Hey, there he is.
Hey, how the hell did that happen?
I don't know. So did you have anything you wanted to insert in the Quack story?
I really just stumbled over it. I didn't really look into it that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely looks like a very interesting read. I know he has this one. I think he has another book out, sort of an autobiography.
Mm-hmm. They're all kind of autobiographical and clippings, it seems, from his... I didn't know he was a pretty accomplished wrestling writer, like wrestling magazine writer as well. So
yeah.
But really good show last week where they were talking about the finale of Lost. That's what kind of drew me in and found out about the book. It happened to be one where they were talking about it. So I'm going to see if I can bring up real quick his other stuff. Other than that, anything you guys want to bring up about wrestling in general in the last week? That's about all the news I got.
CM Punk is wearing a mask.
CM Punk is wearing one of the best wrestling masks I think I've ever seen.
CM Punk is amazing. He came out with a towel on his head and said he was going to be brave and show everyone what happened, and drop the towel to reveal a straight edge mask. So, this is Mad Mike's wild speculation for the week.
Okay.
CM Punk will not win a Fatal 4-Way, and we will get one more Punk vs. Ray match. Mask versus mask.
Fantastic. I approve of this plan. I definitely approve of this plan. CM Punk has had some of the greatest stuff I've seen in a while. So much so that my mother-in-law calls because she's pissed off at him so bad.
Oh man. If she's getting pissed off, he's doing something very right.
Oh yeah. It's the religious overtones is what it is. The whole kind of cult leader status that he's pushing. And it's really hit a nerve with a lot of people, I think, in a good heel way, I think, which is actually, I think, kind of surprising given the PG nature they've been going with. It they would hit that kind of specific nerve with a storyline like this. But
think about it. What exactly is he saying that's not PG? He's saying, listen, don't drink, don't do drugs, don't smoke cigarettes, be drug-free. Drug-free is the way to be. If anything, he could have the Ninja Turtles right behind him broadcasting the same message.
We hear you, WrestleFan. And that
the Ninja Turtles do it in a less
is
creepy manner.
The genius of it. That is the genius. He needs to start doing some G.I. Joe themed The More You Know, not The More You Know. Who knows half the battle segments? That'd be awesome. Along with this, but with the tones, with the overtones that they've been using, we still haven't seen this fourth guy, have we? That's been masked for like 2 months.
No, we definitely still haven't. Oh my God, Sorg, we need to say this over every possible form of airwave, because if they start doing G.I. Joe commercials where like CM Punk, where like Luke Gallows shows up and there's a kid trying to get a cat out of the tree, and he goes, listen, if you accept straight edge into your life, the cat will come down and play. Oh, that would be brilliant.
That'd be awesome. I did a lookup for Mike Quackenbush on Amazon Books, and they do also have a Chikara Yearbook 2009 edition on Kindle for you to purchase for $12.99. So other than that, Headquarters is also up there. So.
Riz in the chat room said he heard at a house show that Punk was stopped by a woman who said, "You're not Jesus," and Punk got on his knees and said, "You are forgiven." And go back to the comments that we've heard before of Colt Cabana in an interview saying this is the character he's been waiting 10 years to play. This is the character he's been working on for his whole career, and it's finally coming to fruition right there on Friday nights. It's amazing, and you can tell. CM Punk is in his zone, and it's going to be stuff we're going to remember for years at this rate. So. It's good. It's good. I like to see what's going on. I hope CM Punk and Christian get in a feud real soon.
And aside from that, Bryan Daniels making you care about wrestling again. Holy crap! Jim Ross has even spoke up and said that he loves what's going on between the Daniels Michael Cole angle.
And we should probably mention that Miz has a new finishing move. It's the getting thrown at an announcer finishing move. The Mizile.
There you go. On that note, looks like we're running through our news. Looks like it's about that time, guys. So we'll go ahead with hey, Mad Mike, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
Damn it, why'd you start with me? I learned that Ashton Kutcher was a very good guest host on Raw, and that he instituted the viewer's choice night for next week.
There you go. Another 3 hours, so it looks like I'm not watching ROH next week. Fantastic. Which was preempted this week for Memorial Day programming, I understand. So I was kind of looking forward to it, but hey, whatever. WrestleFan, are you back? I don't think he's figured out his audio problems.
I'm WrestleFan, and I won that WWE is PG only for me.
That works. Thank you, WrestleFan. Thank you very much,
You're
WrestleFan, for
welcome,
chiming in.
Sorg.
I don't know what's wrong with your voice. Maybe you should have a voice lozenge. How about you,
It's
DJ
my
Lunchbox?
microphone. My microphone is screwed up.
How about you, DJ Lunchbox? What'd you learn from wrestling this week?
I learned. Ah, shit. I lost it. You ruined it. I don't know what I learned, Sorg.
I don't know, dude.
Did you learn that WWE never runs out of Samoans?
That is true.
That was it. Son of a bitch. That was exactly right.
They're very angry.
I learned that if you are Samoan, you have wrestling in your blood. Period. End of story.
They were made for wrestling. They were manufactured to be wrestlers. That's what they do on Samoa. There is a manufacturing plant for Samoan wrestlers going on over there, and we should all be scared.
Sorg, are you implying that there's some sort of Samoan master mold that just churns them out?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. You know, these must be the updated models because they're a lot leaner.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Well, they're twins, so two of them together would be Rikishi size.
Steam Machine would be proud of that one.
There you go. There you go. God rest his soul, wherever it may be.
Sorgatron, what'd you learn this week?
I learned that I'm an asshole, and Mr. Anderson's as entertaining as ever, and I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing over in TNA right now with that kind of stuff. TNA was entertaining from top to bottom. There's nothing on it that made me shake my head. I accept Matt Morgan thinks he's Venom.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that anymore.
What you need to do, problem is, man, Mike, is you take TNA too seriously. You need to go back to the heyday of professional wrestling. And when you turn that thing on TV, you need to presume that everybody you see on your television set for 2 hours on Thursday nights, while WrestleFan gets his mic back on, that everybody on that program for 2 hours is certifiably insane, and you just go along for the ride, and you'll have a better time of it. Try that this week. Try that for me, Mad Mike.
Sorg, are you really telling me I need to watch more old wrestling?
Oh, you kind of already do that.
I don't think I could watch more old wrestling.
Okay, what is the old wrestling doing right that the new one isn't?
Ooh, that's a tough call.
Or are you just not watching the right old wrestling?
I'm not watching the right old...
Okay.
Let me put it this way. I believe I tweeted this, but if I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s, and started watching some of the wrestling that we've heard such great stories about, and watched it on the regular, I don't know if I'd be a fan.
Well, you gotta think, you're watching it back to back. You're watching, I mean, your position, how many hours are you doing what you're doing?
12 hours a week, Sorg.
12 hours a week. So is that 6 hours at a time? Am I right?
4 hours, 3 days a week.
4 hours, 3 days a week. Okay, so you're taking 4 hours of let's say an hourly television program?
Usually get through 2 or 3 shows per shift.
Yeah, something that was supposed to be week after week after week. So you're kind of mass digesting something that was supposed to be spread out over time, which probably
really
doesn't help.
Bad though. When I was more entertained by the wrestling from the 1950s than I was from the Von Erichs.
Yeah, the only people I think that are impressed by stuff like the Von Erichs were the people that were there.
Like the Von Erichs.
Were the Von Erichs.
That's because they were all high.
Oh, there you went. There you want it. Hot Wheels learned that the U.S. title is a Pittsburgh-made belt. So I'm presuming that's the what is that? The Wildcats belts that I've heard of. I know they've done a lot of that kind of stuff. WWE title, that is. What? The WWE version of the title, I believe he's saying. There you go. Riz is entertained by WrestleFan trying to fix his mic down there.
It's because it looks like a tiny cock. And that's how Riz gets down.
And that's one of the advantages to being on the video podcast, is you get to see.
Yes, if you want to join us on video, come to Ustream. Just look up Wrestling Mayhem Show. Look up Sorgatron.
Yes, that destination may change a little bit here soon.
All right, disregard what I said if it changes.
We're gonna. I think did we cover everything? We got our Audible thing in. We got stuff we learned. We got the news, guys. Thank you for joining us here on the Wrestling Mayhem Show. All of you watching, all of you listening, all of you downloading. Please tell a friend. Please comment on our iTunes feed. Please subscribe to the iTunes feed. Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to.
Hello?
There's a Wrestle fan.
Whoa.
There's a Wrestle fan. Holy shit, he's going in and out. Wait.
It's Resnical difficulties.
Yes, it is. He's out again. He's out again. Oh, he's yelling. Wait. Okay, all right. It's charades time with Wrestle fan.
Oh, dude, it's a movie. It's a movie.
Movie. How many words? How many words?
Ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble. No, he wasn't vomiting.
Universal Soldier: The Return with Goldberg.
Mr. Nanny? Mr.
Highlander
Nanny.
Endgame.
Highlander
Spears.
Tango and Cash.
Tango Cash. That's the Expendables.
Okay, Chitty Chitty Gangbang.
We got a word. You're not supposed to talk to us during this.
Yeah, seriously, it's charades. Get with the program. I thought you were 10. What the hell?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sorgatron. You can check me out at Sorgatron.com, at Sorgatron on Twitter. Mad Mike is over at
Mad Mike 4883 on Twitter, and whitevanwithcandy.blogspot.com.
The DJ Lunchbox is at
ThoughtfulRiot.com, DJ Lunchbox on Twitter, and thisamericanlife.org.
And WrestleFan is at WrestleFan2000 on Twitter, and
sounds like a really bad version of Jim Cornette.
And WrestleFanRunner.wordpress.com or Blogspot.
The
WrestleFan Runner at Blogspot.com. Or
it's a jackal. Is it a jackal?
Is it Blogspot?
It's a jackal. Jackal. It's a jackal.
It doesn't help when you get in the chat room and it just says censored. It doesn't tell me anything. 5 words? 5 words. The Stranger. Riz says the Stranger. Is it the Stranger?
The Stranger is not 5 words.
No?
Maybe it's the jam-coated hand stranger.
Hold on.
That's
The Stranger. Anyways.
Those are the best.
If you have any guests, send it in the good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com.
Go Power Strangers.
412-206-WMS0. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Please check out our Audible sponsor, audiblepodcast.com/Sorgatron Media. There's a bunch of stuff flying at you on your screens. That's all I know is going on. Please check out the Awesome Cast. Please check out the Music Fun Time Show. We got some retro interviews going there from some of our old projects. So go check that out.
Every one of us on Facebook.
Friend every one of us on no, not everyone. Go to the fan page, the Wrestling Mayhem Show page, which is right there on WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Like it, and you will
on Facebook if Sorg is too scared.
Be a cooler dude, you know. So that's it. I'm Sorgatron. There's a bunch of other people here.
Lunchbox.
Mike. And what of him?
We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for listening to the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Please subscribe to our iTunes streams and blog at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. Email us at goodtimes@WrestlingMayhemShow.com or call us with any comments at 412-206-WMS0. We love to hear from our fans, and who knows, maybe you'll make it onto the show. The Wrestling Mayhem Show was recorded live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in front of a live internet audience, and is a production of Sorgatron Media.
You can be part of the show as we record live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern on TalkShoe.com and Eastern.tv.